stories, a yogi or somebody, some hero usually is doing a lot of tapas, a lot of austerities, sometimes for years and years and years. And then eventually they are granted a boon from one of the divine figures, be it Shiva or Vishnu or whoever. And I just wondered about this whole concept of tapas. Sometimes it seems it can be quite a negative thing to our sort of Western eyes. It's like self-mortification, but I believe it can also mean just spiritual practice. So I just wondered what your take was on tapas.
Right now, when you eat a food, that's what you do is self-mortification, my friend.
Why do you say that?
Food, every time you eat a food, you are asking the blessing of the food to give you a bit more longevity. That's a self. No? Do you understand that?
Not really, no.
So if you do a tapasya for a fruit, okay, and the divine being will give you boon. Similar thing applies to everybody, whoever doing tapasya or not doing a tapasya. When I eat a food, if you are eating a food unconsciously, you are getting the benefit of being healthy. Your body has strength. You are not dying with starvation. If you make the same process with conscious mind that I am going to get the benefit of eating the food, and you pray to the food, please give me all the nutrition you have to my body, is itself the same principle as somebody prayed for years and years, but you pray 5 minutes before the food.
Okay, yeah.
Or your body utilize the food after eating. Basic fundamentals. If you asking in terms of either somebody meditating thousands and thousands of years or hundreds of years to get a boon from a divine being, to become a immortal or to develop a certain qualities or certain empowerment of their life. Isn't everybody doing? Everything, every karma you do will have a consequences. Every karma you do will have a consequences. Sometime you can ask, sometime you don't need to ask. It happens. If my intention of doing tapas is to gain power, to gain siddhi, I will ask, I will get them. Or you can practice the sadhana to just totally transform to reach to the sunya, that become more liberating and reaching the moksha. So tapas is very important, Tony. Tapas is very important. Tapas basically means a purification. Purification or austerity is always a part of life. When you create a discipline in your life, I'm sure that you have certain level of tapas. You don't live like a tamsik. You go into rasic level, then you go with more sattvic level, then you go completely free from all the three gunas. Is that raising your vibration level to reach to the quality of the different planes of your consciousness where you can live from. If that makes sense to you?
Yes, that does. Yeah. I think the negative aspect was sometimes one had the sense that the tapas is kind of a mortification. So not like a spiritual discipline, something positive, but somehow self-punishment. And that's where that was my question.
Well, sometimes eating a food too much can be self-punishment, my friend. You're doing a tapas of eating a food, you want to get quite a lot. I have seen lots of people torturing themselves in the name of yoga. Yoga is like they try to buy. If flexibility is yoga, flexibility is one element of yoga, remember. If flexibility is only yoga, I'm pretty sure that some reptiles doesn't actually have any the muscular resistance. They should be very enlightened. Like a worm that grows through, it's very light, makes your earth very eat all the junk that available on the earth, makes it wormy compost for your plants. So flexibility is not just the yoga. I see lots of people when they practice yoga, they try to destroy or damage the body. If you're creating the stress to your physical stress or a muscular strain or mental strain, it is not yoga. Second part, austerity is always have a benefit. Sometimes we not actually even aware the amount of toxins our mind can hold, amount of the restraints our mind can hold to bring the clarity. You practice austerity or tapas not to punishment. If your intention is to punish yourself, maybe they are not doing out of a punishment intention, as we from outside may be judging them that they are doing a punishment to themselves. But maybe intention is a purification. Like a Buddha, if you see the Buddha story of his life of practice, he practiced yoga. He starved himself. He did all the, you can imagine every fasting that available, he did all of them. He studied with Panchakacharya. He studied with Patanjali's Yoga Sutras, all aspect of it. But in the end, people say he got tired. He didn't got enlightened out of them. He just became tired and exhausted of all the practices, and he just lay down under the tree and just waiting, completely dropped, chastened, that he became enlightened by only observing his breath. So there's many stories. There might be some Buddhist people disagree with that concept, but that's the more ongoing story everybody thinks. The Buddha was not got enlightened by any other practice apart from the breath practice. And he was just meditating under the Bodhi tree day in, day out, and he got enlightened. But he had enough. All the now people don't really give any benefit or importance to what Buddha had done before. Today is the outcome of whatever you have done in this lifetime since you are born. If you have done any austerity, that have lead to purification of your mind today. If you have eaten a wrong food over last 2 years, your mind will be very different, your body will be very different. If you have maintained the purity of your body will be more pure. Your mind will be also clarity. So all the austerities have a purpose, have a benefit of his own kind, but depend what capacity you are doing. You are doing the capacity of destroying yourself, or you are doing to the capacity to knowing the fine balance of being sattvic nature. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, perfectly. Yeah,
So
that's
the
exactly.
negativity is in our judgment, my friend. Negativity is not in the practice, but is in our judgment. How can I know? How can you know? Let's say somebody asked me that, can you sit down meditating? I say you must stay absolutely still, not to move. Even you are having pain, stay still. Say, are you crazy? I may not have my leg, I may become numb. But I say you want to get too close to God. You have to go through it. So you are busy about your body, let it numb come along, you move the leg, start scratching. You actually never transcend your awareness beyond the physical comfort. And yet you are trying to connect with God. Or yet you are trying to connect with your energy inside, but your awareness only remain on the physical plane. You are more interested in the feeling your feet, feeling your knee, or the discomfort of the leg or sleep, you're more worried about leg than actually meditation. So there is a level of acceptance. There is the level of letting go and trying not to just look after the body. It is important not to destroy, but we think that is the ultimate reality. That's where we make mistake. And if that makes sense to you, Tony?
Yes, that's very good. I agree with all
So
that.
the judgment or negative try to create a mortal aspect of you is not negative. It's transcending the awareness to the point that they can be free for bit longer periods of time from life and death birth cycle. So it depends your importance in life to make money, have a secure house, and make sure this life is secure. Some people who is a path of spirituality, their importance and factor in the life to be free, attain good karma, try not to uh, hurt, practice a non-violence, practice either even a point come to a self-sacrifice in order to express the compassion, they are ready to do it. I remember the story, as some of you have remembered it. I remember there was a the monk, very good friend of mine. Somehow he used to go for pradakshina of the one place. In the rainy season, he cut his foot and he developed the maggot in his calf. So he stopped walking. I haven't seen him. I went to see my guru